Hello friend, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name's Kat and today I am doing a 2 looks 1 palette with Beauty Bay Pastels palette. I decided to keep this as a 2 looks because I've already done another tutorial which I will pop up here with this palette, and it is only a little 8-pan eyeshadow palette, so I'm a bit limited with what I can do with it, so I thought we would just stick with 2 more looks. I did this look here, and I also did a look with the greens and the blue. I have some thoughts. I have changed some opinions. I guess you're just gonna have to watch it to find out. So yeah, if you would like to see me create a couple of looks, keep on watching. Hello and welcome to look number 1 of this 2 looks with the Beauty Bay Pastels palette. First and foremost, I've got my window open because it is absolutely boiling in here. I live on a main road, so you are going to hear cars, buses, people maybe. There's nothing I can really do to avoid it, unfortunately. Hopefully we're going to be staying in focus. I've fiddled with some settings. I don't know whether it's going to help or not, but let's just go, shall we? I think for this look I want to do something with the blues and the greens. I'm thinking of doing like these 2 sort of in the crease and on the lid, and then like a winged liner with this blue is what I'm thinking. So let's give it a go. I'm going to start with this kind of flat brush. It is stained green, but I'm going to use the other side and go into the shade Serenity, which is that really cute bright green, and I'm going to pat this all over the lid. And I'm just going to blend it up a little bit into the crease. I am building this up quite a bit because it is very sheer. And now I'm going to go into Days with a smaller kind of flat fluffy brush. And I'm going to just try and intensify the lid area a little bit, make it a bit more green. This shade is a bit more of like a minty green. So yeah, that's a bit more bright, as you can see. It's a bit more bright than the Serenity one, which I'm just going to go back in with, kind of dust around. These shadows are so powdery. I have a lot of shadow fallout all over my legs. I think that's as much as we're getting like built up on the lid and in the crease. I think it's fine. I'm not massively happy with it, but it'll do. I'm gonna go in with the Nicka K Auto Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Deep Sky Blue, and I'm gonna draw a winged liner with this, and then I'm gonna go over the top with the Cloud Free shade. This is something I've been doing a lot recently for work. I'm not going to be able to really talk whilst I'm doing it, but I'm just, because I've got hooded eyes, the way I do my eyeliner is I draw, okay, let's see if we can do this. So I draw like a triangle, a line up here like that, and then I go straight across like this. So then you've got that winged shape out here, and then I kind of draw a line, and then I kind of join it like that. So when my eye is open and I'm looking straight forward, you can see that it's like a really nice wing shape. So then with this little liner brush, which I got from Jessa, which is the 312 detail liner brush, this is such a Fantastic little brush. I'm going to go into Cloud Free and I'm just going to pack that over the top of that pencil liner. This technique then sets the eyeshadow, the liner in place so it doesn't move. Like, I did this technique with riding motorbikes. I did this technique last week, and then I went to the beach and swam in the sea after having it on for about 10 hours, and it didn't budge at all. So highly recommend this technique. Okay, so yeah, that's that down. The more I'm using this palette, the less I like it, I'll be honest. Just to give this a little bit more of a pizzazz, I'm going to go over the top. Right. Well, I'm going to be gluing that back in a minute. I'm going to very gently show you my Colourpop Ritz Super Shock eyeshadow. It's just like a really clear base with loads of really sparkly reflex. It's gorgeous. It just gives like a really wet look to the lid. So I'm just going to tap that over the top because I'll be honest, this look isn't particularly special or interesting. I think that liner is the only thing that's like really interesting about it. So I'm just going to pat that all the way over. You see? Just gives it that little bit of pizzazz that makes it really pretty. But yeah, I think that's all for this look. I'm going to pop on some eyeliner, some mascara, and something on my lips, and then we will come back. Okay, so this is the look all put together. I think, overall, I think with everything put together, it looks kind of cute. I feel like a bit of an adorable little fairy. I love this winged liner shape on me. I think it really suits my eyes. Oh, my hair is annoying me so much. I did a rice water rinse on my hair last night and it just kind of like doesn't know how to behave right now. But I think you can see as well that all that work I put in, putting the green on my lid, and it's just gone, like it just blended away. And when I was swatching the palette, the greens were really the ones that looked the most bright and vibrant. So I don't really understand why it's not working. But the more I'm using this palette, the more I'm disliking it. I was going to do a second look with this. I don't really want to, but I feel like I'm going to try it one more time with a concealer sticky base and see if that makes any sort of difference. Anyway, in my waterline I have the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner in Fresh. It's a really cute minty green, and then my lipstick is one of my favourites, which is the Fenty Beauty Mademoiselle in Pumpkin Rose. It's a gorgeous orange, and I just love like oranges and blues together, so that was my So anyway, yeah, overall I think it's cute. Was it worth the effort I put into it? No. Could I create this with other things I have? Yes. So I don't know, let's give it one last go and then I'll give like my final thoughts. We shall see. Okay, let's do another one. I do have Ritz sort of sprinkled everywhere, but let's see if using a concealer base makes any sort of difference. So I'm just going to use the Hydrating Camo Concealer. This is the lighter one I have. So this is Fair Beige. So I'm thinking lighter colour, it might pick up the pastels better. I don't know, this is not something I usually do, and it's kind of annoying that I'm having to do it. I don't want to have to work, you know, this hard to use eyeshadows. And I know for a fact that if I was gonna wear this for a whole day, it would crease, because that's why I can't use concealer as a base, because it just creases on me because my eyelids are quite oily. So I mean, we will see. The only 3 shades that I haven't, well, I have only not used 2, which is First Light and Lovesick, which is the yellow and this pink. So I'm thinking let's do something with the peach, the pink and the yellow. And I also want to point out that that last look was the first time I've ever used Days and the green one down here, and look at how like dusty they are. Okay, so I've let that dry down just a tiny bit, and I'm gonna go into, let's do Lovesick. So let's do Lovesick on the outside, Golden Hour on the inside, and then the yellow around the inner corner. Let's try that. So first I'm going into Lovesick with like a dense little blending brush. Let's do it this way. Kind of pack it in the area that I want it, and then give the edges a blend. Also, if the camera settings look different, it's because I changed the focus, because I'm having a really hard time with this camera at the moment, trying to get it to focus. Okay, you saw how many times I had to go, dip in, and it's not, obviously it's not going to be really impactful because it is pastels, but I feel like even over that sticky base, it's not really making much of a difference. But let's keep going. Okay, I'm going to clean off that same brush, and I'm going to go into Golden Hour, which is that peach, and do that across. Just looks like nothing. Go back into Lovesick a little, wiggle them. It looks darker on camera than it does in real life, and that's saying something. Okay, now let's just go into that yellow, which, that's crazy. It's just so, they are, look, I don't know if I can show you. Can you see how dusty that is? I'm gonna have to dust after this. I've just got so much eyeshadow everywhere. And then I'm just gonna do this in the inner corner. Oh, I'm really far down. Ugh, this just looks like crap. Like, it truly just looks like crap. Right, I'm getting frustrated. My camera's also about to die. So I'm going to go off camera, do the other eye, see if there's any way I can try and make this look like something. It just looks like I've got some sort of disease. So I'll go and do that, and then I'll come back and we'll chat some more. That took so much finessing that I was able to watch Amy Loves Makeup's new indie releases buy or buy video, the whole of it, and it's about 25 minutes long, and this is what I'm left with. I'll be honest, I don't like it. I don't think these tones suit me. I don't like it. I can't wait to wash it off. I feel like I'm being such a moody bitch, but like I've never had, the only other palette I've had this much trouble with is the Jouer Tan Lines palette, and I am getting rid of that. So yeah, anyway, My eyeliner is the LA Girl Neon Shockwave Liner in Screamin'. So it's a bright yellow to match the yellow in the corner. And my lipstick is the Velvet shade of the Revolution Pro New Neutral Satin Mattes. Or New Nudes, I can't remember which one it is, but it's the Velvet shade. It's nice. It's not my favourite lipstick in the world, but it goes with this kind of tone, I guess. But yeah, this is the eye I did off camera, and I packed all of the colours on with a denser brush, and then this is the eye I did on camera, where I was using a bit more of a fluffy brush. And yeah, I feel like the yellows look like completely different yellows. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but in real life they look like completely different shades. Like this one looks more mustardy and this one's more of that like bright neon yellow. I just feel like for the amount of work I put in for this, it's just not really worth it. So yeah, that's the end of this 2 looks. Let's formulate some thoughts, shall we? The first time I used this palette, I really liked it. I think I used the bright blue and the peach, I think. Like on the very first time I used it, I think I used this blue and the peach. And I think I was quite happy with what I created. And then in my little review that I did of this, I was happy with what I created again. These last 2 times, not happy at all. I feel like that first look, all the work I did getting that green on the lid and in my crease just disappeared. It completely vanished. And even putting that Ritz over the top, I just tapped it, I wasn't rubbing it, and that it just was like there's nothing underneath. And even this look, like I don't feel pretty in this. I'll be honest, I don't feel pretty. The first one, I felt pretty. I think it came together really nicely. And I could sort of forgive, but this is just, and the effort I've had to put in of changing my eyeshadow base, changing my eyeshadow technique, I don't want to have to do that. That's just too much. Most of the time when I'm doing my makeup, it is within half an hour before I have to leave for work. So I really don't have the time nor the energy to be spending forever, you know, messing around trying to find a technique that works. So unfortunately, I do have to take back what I said in my mini review, that I don't think this is worth £10 in my opinion. I think spend that extra, oh, did I just kick the thingy? I say spend the extra £13 that this costs, so this is £23, and get this palette, because you do have some pastel tones that are just a bit more vibrant. So I would say that these are really pastel tones. You just get so much more pigment from them and so much more of an impact, and they're so soft and so creamy. I've never had a problem. They're really messy swatches. They look bad. I've never had a problem with this giant palette, and it's kind of shocking that they're from the same company, brand, place. And then with this, you've got so many other options as well, and you've got that white up here, so you can soften any of them, make them a bit more pastel. I don't recommend this. I take back what I said. I don't recommend this. I recommend this. Anyway, that is all from me in this very stressful 2 looks 1 palette video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I helped you somewhat. I hope maybe it was still a little bit of inspiration for like colour combos. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Eat good, drink good, take care of yourself. Lots of love. Bye.